Welcome to our kitchen. Today we prepare medieval ravioli from Anonimo Veneziano's Libro di Cucina. We start with the ingredients. We need pork belly, flour, Parmigiano, aromatic herbs, parsley, sage and mint, and spices, ginger, cloves, cinnamon and cinnamon leaves. But first we want to announce the release of our new book, Libro di Cucina, Medieval Venetian Recipes, in English and Italian. It contains the translation of an amazing 14th century cookbook with 135 recipes for all kinds of dishes, including pies, pasta, meat, fish, sweets, fritters, and preserves. Our translation comes with a Venetian vernacular glossary and an introduction dedicated to the cultural context, ingredients, and basic preparations to recreate authentic medieval recipes. To prepare the filling, we mince the aromatic herbs and the ginger, grind the other spices, grate the cheese, and mince the pork belly that we have previously boiled and cooled down. Then we mix all these ingredients with 2 pinches of salt. We used a blend of spices from another passage of Anonimo Veneziano's book, but you can change them according to your taste. Ginger can be either dried or fresh, as both were available in 14th century Italy. Parmigiano is one of the most popular cheeses in medieval Italian cuisine, as we read in sources such as Pantaleone of Confienzas, Summa Lacticinorum, written in the 15th century. Its use for the preparation of dishes such as ravioli is already mentioned in Giovanni Boccaccio's Decameron. In the Libro di Cucina, these ravioli are used to stuff a pie, but there are several other ravioli recipes in the text. The filling is recommended for ravioli and tortelli. The form of ravioli is unclear in medieval sources, but according to Anonimo Toscano's Libro della Cocina, written in the same period, tortelli can be made however we like. The Tuscan author writes that they can be shaped like letters, rings, animals, or anything else we desire. Tortelli can be stuffed or not, and colored and flavored according to taste. We need the flour with salt and enough water to obtain a hard and elastic dough. Then we roll a thin sheet of pasta, cut it into squares, and add the filling. Unlike tortelli, medieval ravioli or ravioli are not always wrapped in pasta. Another typical wrapping is cold fat, although they can also be entirely without any wrapping, a tradition that still exists in today's Italian cuisine. In this case, Anonimo Veneziano only writes to form the ravioli and tortelli and fry them. Other recipes in the same cookbook call for ravioli to be boiled, which is the method we chose for our preparation. We served them with cheese and spices, using a different recipe from the same cookbook for ravioli comuni, which are also filled with herbs. If you wish, you can color the dough green by pounding the herbs in the mortar and adding a little water, then filtering the juice and using it as a liquid to knead the dough. In addition to mint, parsley and sage, you can also use spinach or chard. See the description below for black tortelli filled with fish and ravioli wrapped in cold fat. To learn about the history of pasta, check out our book, Early Italian Recipes, Cereals, Bread, Pasta and Pies. For more medieval recipes, you can also read our edition of Anonimo Toscano's cookbook, titled Libro della Cocina, Medieval Tuscan Recipes. You'll find a list of our books in the description below. along with links to buy us a beer and purchase our merchandise to support our work. We cook the ravioli in salted water and serve them with grated cheese and spices. We used the same spices as in the filling, but you can choose others. The cooking time changes depending on how hard the dough was and how thin you rolled it. These ravioli were incredible with an amazing flavor from the blend of spices and herbs, enhanced by the sapidity of Parmigiano and the delicious fattiness of a fresh pork belly. It would be interesting to try them with different types of herbs and spices, as well as cooking them in another way, such as wrapped in cold fat and fried in lard or pork fatback, then serving them with spices, to experience the richness and diversity of flavors that is typical of medieval Italian cuisine. If you're interested in ancient foods and flavors, subscribe our channel and consider supporting us on Patreon.